Disclaimer: this video contains excessive profane language. If you have children in the room, or if you are easily offended by such language, please refrain from watching the video. I don't want you to subject yourself to tireless typing to explain to me why you don't like my speech. Have a good day.
Bitch, y'all hoes sleep? Well, get the fuck up, girl, and get your motherfucking teacup, coffee cup, sipping cup, or whatever the fuck you're gonna get, because I got some tea that I need to dish. Now, the things that we're gonna talk about are gonna be in no particular order, but the first thing that we're gonna talk about is Lonnie Love. Lonnie Love recently called into the Tom Joyner Morning Show to discuss a couple of things, and of course, you can't speak to anyone who is a part of this show and not have someone, a reporter or a news anchor or whoever, or a radio show personality. You're not going to be able to talk to these people and do any types of interviews without them asking you questions as it pertains to the real, whether it be Tamara, whether it be Adrian, whether it be any of them, Lonnie, anybody on this that was on this show, even Tamar herself. So basically, she called into the Tom Joyner Morning Show and she basically broke her silence. She basically told Tom Joyner that she has not spoken to Tamar since Tamar was fired from The Real. Now, from my understanding, and even from a lot of other people, they said that Lonnie Love and Tamar were very close. They used to text almost every day when they were working on the show. And still, even though Lonnie Love said that she has reached out to Tamar twice, you know, she sent her text messages as well as called her, and Tamar has yet to respond to any of her text messages, she still wishes Tamar nothing but the best. And if you guys do not know, Tamar basically feels like Lonnie Love and the rest of her co-workers, if you will, had a lot to do with her being fired from The Real, even though they do deny those accusations. And as well as the producers from The Real, they said, you know, it has absolutely nothing to do with them. It had everything to do with, I guess, Tamar's the way Tamar acted on the show, and she was not very respected by the advertisers. And girl, you know, it's all about that almighty dollar, and if the advertisers don't want you, the show's not able to make money, therefore they had to axe your ass. So this is basically what she said. Okay, now, and I also have some other shit that I want to dish for you guys. They are actually doing interviews for a new co-host for The Real. A lot of you guys were wondering if they were going to get a new castmate to take Tamar's place, and they are in fact doing interviews and things, or looking for another co-host to take Tamar's spot. She said The Real is going to Essence Festival. So for those of you that are going to the Essence Festival, if you guys want to see the ladies from The Real, they will definitely be there. It says it's going to be a live show and they're excited about it. It's going to kind of be like a live girl chat. So it's going to be like, you know, a live situation where they're sitting down. People are probably going to be in the audience. They're going to be asking questions. So I think that's going to be very, very cool. So if you're going to the Essence Festival and you're a fan of The Real, definitely go and see if you can check those ladies out and get you some tickets or something to that show. Of course, and again, like I said, you're not going to be able to sit down with anybody during an interview and they not ask you a question about Tamar and her being fired from The Real. So basically, Tom Joyner asked her the question, and she said, I haven't talked to Tamar, but I have seen her messages. I'm assuming she's talking about the messages from Tamar on social media, okay? Because Tamar has been very vocal on social media, but she's kind of died down a little bit ever since the producers from The Real told her that, girl, look, you better close your motherfucking mouth, because if you don't, we're going to end up having to take your ass to court for, you know, of course, I'm pretty sure she probably had to sign some type of non-disclosure agreement before she got hired onto The Real. So you can't just, once you get fired, even with these like bodyguards and things of these celebrities, a lot of times you have to sign non-disclosure agreements, which means once you are released from your position, or even while you're in your position, you cannot talk about anything that happened in this whole little situation. So that's why Tamar probably has died down on that a little bit, because they told her ass, girl, we will sue your ass, okay, for every penny that you and Vince have, girl. So she said that I have seen her messages on social media. She made her peace with the show, but we're going to miss her. She was an asset to the show, but we have to move on and think about the fans. She also went on to say that they are currently looking for a replacement, and they have suggested Lorenz Tate. I think that would be awesome, girl. Now, this is that was only a suggestion from, I'm pretty sure, the other castmates. I think it will be a great thing to have a male on the show. I mean, I think they need to have that, that opposition there. Like if you have a question for the ladies as it pertains to men or relationships or something like that, I think it would be great to have a male's perspective there. So I don't know whether or not they're actually going to choose Lorenz Tate, but I think it would be great to have a male there on the show. What is the name of that show where they have the guy from NSYNC that is a part of it? Is it The View? Not The View. Is it The Talk? One of those shows where they actually have the guy from NSYNC that's a part of the cast. So, well, not the cast. I keep saying the cast. Part of the co-host. So I think that would be awesome if they did get Lorenz Tate to be one of the co-hosts. I think that would be awesome. But Tamar, girl, quit being petty, girl. Especially if these people then basically sat there and told you, girl, we ain't have shit to do with you being fired. But I guess if her husband Vince is in her ear telling her, girl, look, they've been jealous of you since the jump. They never was here for you. So he probably told her leave their ass the fuck alone. And that's probably what she's doing. So I don't, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if I was Lonnie Love, I wouldn't feel no type of way about it, especially if I knew that I ain't have shit to do with it. Like I said, I don't know one way or another whether or not they did or not, but the producers are basically saying that, look, they ain't have shit to do with it. So Tamar, you just move on. Lonnie Love, you move on. The rest of the co-hosts, you guys move on. Just, wish Tamar the best and don't talk about her ass no more, even though I know people are going to ask you the questions about her. Now let's move on. Bitch, get your teacup out for this shit right here, girl, okay? Muhammad Ali's ex-girlfriend, this old ass wench, Lord forgive me, because I respect my elders. I respect my elders. But this old ass wench, okay, has decided that she is going to try to shop around a sex tape that has Muhammad Ali in it. Now, of course, it's not a sex tape of him in his, older years. It's apparently a sex tape of him when he was younger, in his boxing days, when he was real, hot and heavy with the ladies and shit like that. Now, apparently this is a sex tape that she has from him where he was going to these, what they call sex parties with him and his homies, and there will be a whole lot of really, really pretty girls, and I think they call them gumbo parties or whatever. And apparently she has a sex tape that includes Muhammad Ali and probably some of Muhammad Ali's friends with women and shit like that, y'all. Now, girl, like I said, I respect my elders, Lord knows I do. But if somebody sat there and came out of the woodworks, okay, and we already know what this is all about. This is all about that almighty dollar. She even said herself, and I do quote, "No one has anything like this. I like to get as much as I can for it," she said. "I know the value of the footage." She says the tapes were filmed at gumbo parties after his fights. Bitch, okay? Now, Lord, I don't call no old ass woman no bitch. But girl, you got some motherfucking nerve. So Layla Ali or whoever, her sisters or his family members, I would not be mad. And I'm not an advocate for violence or anything like that, but I would not be mad if they beat your motherfucking ass, okay? I would not be mad if she put one of them 1, 2, 3 punches on your ass. I'm just motherfucking saying, you got some motherfucking nerve. This man just died and you sitting there trying to shop around a motherfucking sex tape. Okay, sat your old ass down. And of course, she is the one who allegedly has a daughter by Muhammad Ali. Of course, he's never necessarily claimed this young lady. I don't know if he was paying money for it. I don't know. Now, there was a picture of this young lady. I'll try to include the picture right here. But this woman apparently said that she had a love child by Muhammad Ali, and she's also trying to shop around this sex tape. So, like I said, I would not be mad at Layla Ali if this woman sold this sex tape of her father after this man had died. Bitch, why after 35,000 years are you decided to come forward with this sex tape and sell it for a little bit of coin after this man died, girl? For real? For real, though? For real. Let's move the fuck on and give her the biggest hee-haw, as Charlamagne the God would say. Let's talk about Tommie being banned from the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reunion. I've seen a lot of people talking about that, about Tommie being banned from the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reunion. I do not know where people are getting this information from. Apparently, Tommie wrote on her social media something in regards to her being banned from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She has since deleted those posts and things on her social media accounts. And of course, after she posted that, people were going to Mona Scott's Instagram and they were going in on her saying how can you ban Tommie from Love and Hip Hop? She's the favorite person. She's my favorite person on the show, etc., etc. So Mona decided that she was going to post this right here. I'm going to try to post it right here. Mona basically told these motherfuckers, look, I don't know where you getting this inaccurate ass information from, but I'm going to need you to get the fuck off of my goddamn timeline with that bullshit, okay? Apparently, allegedly, Tommie does have warrants, or maybe she's on motherfucking probation, because we already know that Tommie stay writing a whole bunch of badass motherfucking checks, okay? We know she stay writing a whole bunch of badass motherfucking checks. So apparently she's not able to leave Atlanta. And if you didn't know, all of the Love and Hip Hop reunions are videotaped in New York City. So apparently she can't leave Atlanta. Don't know how true that is. That's why I said allegedly, but I don't know why the fuck she would say that she's banned from there. Girl, that ain't banned if your motherfucking ass just can't fucking go, okay? So Tommie's not banned. She's not able to attend, apparently, but she is not banned from the reunion. Stop writing badass motherfucking checks, and maybe, just maybe, you can leave your motherfucking state. Next up, let's talk about Miss Joseline, her motherfucking Hernandez, bitch. Yes, Joseline Hernandez. If you guys do not know, if you've been living under a rock, or maybe you're not on social media like that, Joseline and Stevie J have been going at each other's fucking throats on social media for the last couple of months, okay? For the last fucking couple of months. Apparently, right now, Joseline is dating Young Dro. Stevie J is allegedly dating Delicious. I don't know how true that is, but these are, well, I do know. I've seen Joseline in videos and pictures with Young Dro, and I've also seen Stevie J in pictures and shit with Delicious. So it seems to me that they are dating at this point. They want to make it very clear that they're dating these people on social media. So as they've been going at each other's throats, they've also, like I said, been posting photographs and videos about each other on social media. Stevie J basically got on there basically telling Joseline that she needs to pump her motherfucking brakes. Okay, boo, you need to pump your brakes. You will never, while she's talking about Stevie J is whack and he got them whack ass records, girl. Now, Joseline, I'm showing up gonna need you to pump your brakes on that, because we already know Stevie J has produced a lot of shit to where he is, girl, he will be collecting royalties, probably more money than you'll probably ever make in your career. I ain't saying, I'm just motherfucking saying, I ain't saying Stevie J is like filthy rich, but he really ain't hurting for no money like that, okay? He has produced a lot of awesome tracks. He's worked with Bad Boy, he's worked with Mariah Carey, so girl, just pump your motherfucking brakes on that. But she decided that she was going to basically put on social media that Stevie J watches, they were watching gay porn together. He also liked for her to play in his booty with dildos and shit. So of course he came back with the video saying that she needs to watch her fucking mouth. So she decided she was gonna mosey her little happy on that ass down to the polygraph place to take a polygraph test. And girl, she was telling the motherfucking truth apparently. But girl, Miss Joseline, who the fuck is supposed to care? Are we the ones who are supposed to care? My thing is this: you didn't really give a fuck when you was fucking with him, okay? You didn't give a damn about him being gay or him liking to watch gay porn or him liking you to put dildos in his ass when you were together. So who are you trying to embarrass him, or are you trying to embarrass yourself? I'm not really understanding the meaning behind you deciding to put this man on blast. I've never understood people who like to sit there and put basically out people. Now, whether or not this shit out of hell, it might be a fake ass goddamn polygraph. I don't know. Might be some shit that Mona Scott behind, because we already know that the reunion is coming up, and this is some shit that she wants to take to the reunion to throw in Stevie J's face, girl. Like I said, I don't put nothing behind Kris Jenner, and I damn sure don't put nothing behind Mona Scott, girl. Just fucking saying. So this might be the works of Mona Scott, because all this shit going on social media, we know that everybody and their mom is going to be tuned into the Love Hip Hop Atlanta reunion to see all the shit that pops up. Even though Tommie's not going to be there, you're still going to have Joseline, you're still going to have Stevie J, you're still going to have Tierra, and girl, we got to figure out what's going to be going on with KK, and we got to figure out what the fuck is the update on Scrap. So it's a whole lot that's going to be going on. Then you're going to have the BAM that's going to be there. You got Jessica Dime. You got, girl, I don't even know why this Betty Boop bitch would even be there, girl. Why the fuck would Betty Boop be? What the fuck would you have to even say, girl? I don't even know. But it's going to be some definite drama that's going to be taking place at the Love Hip Hop Atlanta reunion. So we already know that this is the works of probably Mona Scott. Just saying, girl, I would not put anything past Mona fucking Scott. Let's move on. Now, this is some fucked up ass shit, low key. Pat Houston is apparently auctioning off a lot of Whitney Houston's personal belongings. She's auctioning off the wedding dress that she married Bobby Brown in. She's also auctioning off another gown that she wore to some type of event for like, I think it's like $30,000. Now, this is the part that's kind of low-key, like, make you kind of side-eye Pat Houston a little bit. She's auctioning off this woman's passport, her old driver's licenses, all her IDs, all this type of shit she's auctioning off. Now, hopefully, she's auctioning off this shit to maybe pay for something that has to do with the estate or something like that. But girl, okay, girl, like I said, I can see the dresses and shit like that. People do that shit all the time. But girl, why are you auctioning off this woman damn driver's license, her passport, her IDs, all this type of shit, girl? Pat, for real though? For real though, like I said, I've been side-eyeing Pat Houston for a minute, okay? And I'm not one of those conspiracy theorist people that's going to be like, girl, I think Pat Houston actually had Bobby Christina and Whitney Houston killed. I'm not going to say no shit like that, but I've been side-eyeing. Let's just say I've been side-eyeing Pat Houston for quite a motherfucking while, and that's all I'm gonna goddamn say. So if you interested in buying any of Whitney Houston's belongings or IDs or passports or dresses, her damn shoes, girl, ain't no telling what else Pat Houston got on that goddamn auction, head on over to Google and just type in Pat Houston auctions off Whitney's things, and you might pull up a couple of auction items of Whitney Houston's. Just make sure you got your goddamn checkbook ready. In other news, Khloe Kardashian has kicked Lamar Odom out of a home that she was leasing for him after he got out of the hospital. You guys know that he was in a rehab facility after he was found unconscious at a Nevada brothel. Basically, Khloe Kardashian has been by his side ever since. So after he was released from this rehab center, she actually leased him a home in California. But allegedly, she has kicked him out of the home recently because apparently he is using drugs again. Now, I have heard that from several other sources that Lamar Odom is back using the drugs and shit, girl. And let me tell you a little bit of something. Some people don't really give a fuck. The doctor can sit there and tell them, you put that shit to your mouth one more time, you gonna KO. Motherfucker, you finna clock out of this motherfucker, okay? You got people that will still do what the fuck they want to do. And I do not blame Khloe Kardashian for taking a step back because, of course, I'm pretty sure we all have that one person in our family who may be on drugs or who may be doing something that is detrimental to their health, and they just refuse to adhere to the doctor's orders, girl, okay? Motherfucker, look, the next time you do that, you're gonna die. They don't really give a fuck, okay? So, like I said, if he is using again, I do not blame Khloe Kardashian for kicking him out of the house because, motherfucker, look, you gotta want to help yourself, okay? You gotta want to help yourself at the end of the day. You can't help a motherfucker who do not want to help themselves. I'm not saying, I'm just goddamn saying, okay? So, prayers to Lamar Odom, but look, you need to get on the motherfucking good foot because the next time your motherfucking ass next time they find your ass unconscious like that, it might not be no bringing your ass back, okay? And my thing is this, there's only so many goddamn times that I'm gonna run to your rescue. I'm not gonna keep running to your rescue if you're gonna keep going back down that same path. If I rescue your ass 2 or 3 times and that 4th time you go and do that shit again, I'm gonna have to leave you, okay? I'm gonna pray about the shit, but I'm gonna have to leave you to your own devices. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. So, like I said, Lamar Odom, get on the good foot and get yourself cleaned up because you have so much potential. And, yeah, just clean your motherfucking self up tomorrow. And last but definitely not least, the LGBT community is, girl, they are hot with Nicki Minaj. Y'all know that Nicki Minaj has a lot of gay, lesbian, transgender fans. And, I mean, girl, they just go to bat for her, okay? Those are her fucking barbs. Of course, she has straight barbs. But a lot of her fan base are, a part of the LGBT community, and they are up in arms because Nicki Minaj has not acknowledged the Orlando shooting. She has not said anything in regards to it. She has not offered her condolences or anything like that. So they were basically just saying, you know, I just feel some type of way that you can sit there and tweet out your damn album or your new song, or you could tweet all this other shit, but you can't basically offer your condolences to the people who lost their lives in Orlando and the people who were affected by Orlando, the people who were shot and the family members, etc., etc. And basically, you know, there was one person who she was actually following, because Nicki Minaj does sometimes follow some of her barbs. There was one of her barbs that she was actually following that tweeted out that, you know, they felt some type of way because she wasn't tweeting anything that was in regards to the Orlando shooting. So she unfollowed this person, and there was another person who basically tweeted to her, girl, I don't blame you for unfollowing that person, because I would unfollow somebody who basically told me what and what not to tweet as well. Now, when that person tweeted her that, she actually favorited the tweet. Now, we know Perez Hilton is fucking shady as fuck, girl. Perez Hilton has absolutely no filter. So Perez Hilton wrote, I see that Nicki Minaj liked this tweet. Yes, I love sucking dick, but mine are all over 18, unlike her brother. Now, we know that her brother is currently in jail for touching someone who was, I don't know if it was somebody who was in his family, but it was a child who was underage. And basically, she got his ass out of jail the first time, but his ass had to go back to jail. I don't know, maybe some other shit came out. I don't know, but there was some shade that Perez Hilton threw at Nicki Minaj in regards to her brother being in fucking jail for touching on little kids. Now, Nicki Minaj basically laughed that shit off and said, God is so good, I love you guys and thank you, okay? Basically, I don't know, I haven't been on her timeline lately, but to my knowledge, she hasn't tweeted anything in regards to Orlando shootings, and a lot of people do have great, comments in regards to that. Some people are saying, you know, everybody, they don't have to write their thoughts and their feelings all on social media. Maybe she's praying behind the scenes, and that is 1,000% true. I don't think that everybody has to acknowledge anything. They honestly and truly don't. But at the end of the day, what I will say is this. Most of her fan base are part of the LGBT community. My thing is this: stop fucking supporting people who don't support you. You got a lot of these people out here who ride or die for these people, and they can care fucking less about your fucking ass, okay? And I'm not saying that Nicki Minaj feels some type of way about the LGBT community. I have no earthly idea. But what I will say is, okay, for those people who ride or die for these folks will sit there and goddamn pay your ass dust, okay? Pay your motherfucking ass dust. So all I'm gonna say is support those who support you. And that's all I'm going to say on that motherfucking shit. And I'm out this piece. For those of you who are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you enjoy these videos, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.